The Big Brother house has seen its share of stupidity, but none may be as dumb as Fessy's messy HOH run. Will he or his fantasy bride Haleigh find themselves on the chopping block next? We'll find out soon enough. But first, the one and only Rachel Reilly is back in studio. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Big Brother After Show.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh. The Big Brother house has seen its share of stupidity, but none may be as dumb as Fessy's messy HOH run. Will he or his fantasy bride Haleigh find themselves on the chopping block next? We'll soon find out. But first, the one and only Rachel Reilly is back in studio. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Big Brother After Show.
ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Second chime, third time's a charm. The crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. See,
Fessy!
that's what I was thinking. Because he doesn't have a brain.
Exactly.
Is that what we were going for?
Yeah.
Good evening, I'm Bryce McLeay. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Big Brother After Show. We are going to get to the dumbest moves in the history of the game soon, but let me introduce my panel of floaters here.
Oh,
Floaters grovel like this.
There it is.
Just kidding. Take it away, Morgan.
What is up, guys? It's Morgan. Willett here. So excited. Also, we have like an all-girl and Bryce panel, so
I thought you were just going to say all-girl panel.
the girl power here
my dad
is-
would like
it is
that.
up there. I'm very excited.
And
And back.
Hey, I'm back, guys. It's Jessica Williams, and this week and last week and all the weeks, it's giving me a headache. I just can't.
no.
And as a matter of fact, I'm back, bitches!
Yes! She is the winner of Big Brother
Reilly.
13. This is Rachel Reilly. We are so happy to have you
Yes.
back. Thank you for coming again.
You know, I could not give up my opportunity to be on AfterBuzz this
Oh
week.
no,
I
of
love
course
that.
not. And why would we love every time that you come, so we
you.
really appreciate it. Once again, we are covering tonight's episode, so if you are here, take a sabbatical, come back. I shouldn't really have to tell you guys this every week. You
Or
should
we
just
can just
know.
spoil it for you. And
Yeah, I mean, if you
can
want to,
listen us.
if you want the episode to be ruined. But first, cameras in the jury house. We'll tell you what Julie said about the possibility. Plus, we're going to put Rachel to the test on the spot with a little game that we are calling Sink or Swim.
Oh, well, I might have to bonk, spank, and...
There you go. You have a lot of options. You have a lot of options here. So stay with us. But first, I think we need to talk about teeth, don't we?
Oh, guys, speaking of teeth, thank you, Bryce, for reminding
You're
me.
welcome.
Guys,
It was not planned at all.
It was not planned. That was,
No.
Whatever. The truth is most of us are brushing our teeth wrong. Did you know that? And for not long enough, and forget to change our brush on time. That's because most brands focus on selling flashy gimmicks rather than better brushing, but not Quip. So what makes Quip so different? Well, I'm about to tell you. For starters, Quip is an electric toothbrush that's a fraction of the cost of bulkier brushes, and while it's still packing just the right amount of vibrations to help clean your teeth. It has a built-in timer, so you clean for the dentist recommended 2 minutes with guided pulses to remind you when to switch sides. Wow, technology, guys. The next Quip subscription plans are for your health, not just convenience. They deliver a new brush head on a schedule every 3 months for just $5, including free shipping worldwide to all of our fans in like Bali and
Wow.
Australia. You can get a toothbrush.
Awesome.
And finally, everyone loves Quip. They were on Oprah's O List, named one of Time's best inventions, and first subscription electric toothbrush accepted by the American Dental Association. So no, we are not playing with this. So Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/buzz, right now you'll get your first refill pack for free with the Quip electric toothbrush. That's right, your first refill pack free at getquip.com/buzz, spelled GETQUIP.com/buzz. So yeah, everyone get a equipped toothbrush. I'm getting
Nice.
mine
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's get started
that.
with what is universally lauded as one of the worst, dumbest game moves in the history of Big Brother. Fessy, I'm going to call him by his first name.
'Cause he's in
his
trouble.
full name,
Yes.
because he's in trouble. Put up his close ally Scotty on the block, along with Brett, who's the human equivalent of a shake weight. But Brett ends up winning the power of veto, so Fessy then puts up Casey, basically signing Scotty's eviction notice. So first of all, Rachel, I want to ask you, how are you feeling about this move? Do you think that it is one of the dumbest moves ever? And if not, why?
Actually, I think Haleigh's HOH was worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, she got rid of her best friend in her HOH, and I think the thing is, we all knew Scotty was kind of trouble. He was turning on their alliance. He was always going to be the third wheel. He knew it. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this was the dumbest move. Maybe it was too soon, but it might not have been the dumbest move because at least now all the cards are on the table. A dumber move is if they trust Tyler and Angela.
Yes,
Yeah.
which we saw tonight.
Right.
Jessica,
But they
what do
are.
you think? Do you think they're going to trust Tyler and Angela?
Yes, because they trust everyone blindly. It's
Right.
as if they just woke up and walked into the house. Like, I'm trying to understand how they feel that you can approach people because you assume that everyone is a free agent when really everyone is really working together against you. So, yeah, it's like, by the Fondue Alliance, you guys are horrible. And I'm kind
Fondue.
of... Yes, I call them the Fondue Alliance. And I'm kind of over it. But it's sad because, you know, I was rooting for Tyler and I'm rooting for Haleigh, but Haleigh is just on a sinking ship,
Yeah.
you know? And she didn't do as much to save Scotty as she could have.
That's what I was going to ask, what you guys thought about that. Did you think that she could have done more?
I think she could have done more, but it's like she let JC, I think, get inside of her head a little too much. And I don't
Wait,
know
what
if-
did JC say?
So he was basically, they had a lot of wine together, and JC, this was me staying up to date on my live feeds, but
Thank you,
JC
Morgan.
and Fessy and Haleigh, they all drank wine, not Fessy, but Haleigh and JC basically
Is
got
it
in her
against Fessy's
head.
religion or something?
I think so.
Oh,
So
okay.
they split the wine, and he basically got inside of her head and made her question. I think she was on the right track. I think she kind of had a good mindset of where it was she was going in the game, and then JC, I feel like, really made her doubt that, and then she decided to side with Fessy and.
Well, and I know you were
Scotty
looking.
again.
I know you were looking. We were texting earlier, but you were looking online at the other, some of what the other house guests have said. What did you you
Yeah,
guys come up with?
so-
Do we have the tweets? Those tweets from
A lot of the pre-jurors, since they are on Twitter,
Yeah, the pre-jurors.
all think that. Okay, Rachel said, I literally cannot with this dumb shit with Fessy and everyone else left in the BB house. Level 6 will be in the final 4. Trust.
Okay.
Which I see that. I think Fessy and Haleigh are kind of next to go.
Yeah.
Winston said, we tried to work with you, Scotty, giving you a couple of dudes who would have had your back more than your own alliance, but then he said, yeah, sure, it was completely false, but still a good deal on paper, though. So I think they were really against kind of this whole week, thinking it was dumb on everyone's part, but
Right. What did
That's just
Swaggy
what-
say? Oh, there we go.
Fessy is a dummy for throwing Scotty out, but do I feel bad that Scotty is going? Nope, he shot himself. This will come back and bite Fessy, though, which I agree
True.
with this
Yeah.
the most. I think Scotty was
Yeah.
going to go. I think he was at the bottom barrel of both sides because he was kind of flip-flopping, but I think Fessy's an idiot because that was one of their numbers, and
Yeah.
he thinks he can trust Tangela, which
Yeah.
is...
Angela.
But
And then
was it personal? That's the big question.
No, I think 100%
Yeah.
it was a personal move, which
Yeah.
is stupid in this. Like, don't make a personal move,
No.
make a strategic move. And I
Right.
think if he would have done the strategic thing, it would have been a completely different person, probably.
well, and then Caitlin said,
Fessy thinking him and Haleigh can team up with Tyler and Angela. This is embarrassing.
yeah. So Rachel, who do you think will be the first to flip in level 6?
To Haleigh and
Well,
Fessy.
either just
Yeah.
to each other. If they get rid of them, like, what do you think's gonna happen with them?
I think it'll be Tyler and Angela. They seem like they have a crush on each other, so I think that they're gonna stick together. And then if Tyler's really real about keeping Casey to the final 2, which I actually don't think is his smartest move, it's probably
No.
better for him
No.
to take Angela.
That's what we
Right.
were saying
Yeah.
when
That's
we
what
were
we
watching
said,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Angela, I feel like, has shot herself in the foot
Right.
with all jury members.
Yeah.
Nobody likes her.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly,
so if he does that, though, it'll be those 3, going for the final 3. And then I think what's going to happen is that they're just going to eliminate the others. And it's going to be Tyler and Fessy, like how it was on season 12, me and Brendan against the world.
Yes.
It's going to be Fessy and Haleigh versus Tyler and Angela, and then Tyler and Fessy will go after each other every week, and maybe Haleigh and Angela. So it's just going to be like the couples, and maybe the couples will do themselves in.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what do you think if it is the case? Like, obviously you were victorious over Brendan. So
Right.
do you think that would happen in this situation with Fessy and Haleigh, or do you think that they're thinking is Fessy still the bigger threat because he's bigger physically?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think if he won Veto, he's not going to use it on Haleigh, like Brendan used on me. But I think...
You really don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, he could, but I don't think he would.
I think he would in a heartbeat.
I just don't think he's going to win Veto.
Yeah. See, I don't
So
know.
we'll probably never see that play out.
I think Fessy's good. I think if it's like a what would you rather kind of competition, or like what would you give up, I think he'll give up everything. And I think he'll do it to try to keep him and Haleigh in the house. So I think it's going to be like super passionate. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to see some good gaming going on.
Do you
but-
think Fessy just really doesn't trust Haleigh? I mean, like deep down that he just doesn't trust her?
I think what's wrong is they waited too long to address that they were a showmance. I feel like they like played around the first couple weeks, so they didn't build that trust. And then it's like last week they're like, all right, we're together. And it's like now that the game has gone this far, and now they're trying to trust each other, and it's
Right.
not working. Whereas I think week one, when they knew they kind of like liked each other, if they would have addressed that, they would have been like their ride or dies. But they're a hot mess, and I feel like all they do is argue, and it's like this repetitive cycle of nothingness.
She doesn't really
Yeah.
like him.
Right, and
Right.
I
When it
think
comes
she
down
likes
to it,
Brett
yeah.
more. I think she
Yeah.
didn't she even say she's like I could see myself with Brett outside of the house.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I think,
crazy.
and I think when it comes down to it, I think Haley's just having fun. She's a young girl. She came to win Big Brother. Like, sure, she'll do a showmance, but like nothing serious. And for Fessy, this is like he's never met anyone like Haley in his
This is
life.
his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah,
they
no,
are
I
getting
know.
married.
And he
This-
shouldn't second guess her. Like, you have no one in this house. Like, literally every single week you've guys been blindsided. You don't know what to do with power. Your power has gone bad for the hacker, for the power app, for the 3 HOHs. I mean, Bailey got out Rachel. That was a waste. And then, of course, the last 2 weeks. So that's why I feel is so strong about the level 6 alliance, is because they are not turning on each other early. And that's where alliances have gone bad in the past seasons. Like, they get too suspicious and, let's try to take each other out. It's like, wait, get everyone else out and then battle it out in between your alliance. So
you're saying level 6 should get everybody else out and then go after their
I would
themselves.
love to see Haleigh at least go further, and if Fessy's there, then okay. But yeah, I think that they're going to stick to that level 6 thing as long as
I
they
think
can.
they are too.
Yeah.
And you know who I kind of secretly love? I kind of love Angela. I know.
I was
like,
gonna
don't
ask you.
kill me, but,
I
like,
knew you would.
I
I knew you
secretly
would.
do, because she's kind of the villain that you love to hate, and she's good at comps, and like she has this kind of showmance going on, and she's cold. Like, she is cold-hearted.
She
Yeah.
owns it. Like she does
Yeah,
not
owns
waver
it.
on
No.
it.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think I'm on the Angela train too, only because she's like the villain that you need in the house. If without her, it'd be like, well, everyone's nice. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since we do have a panel of women, and myself included, no, I'm just kidding. Only my dad thinks that. Rachel, I want to ask you. You said Angela. Do you think I was going to ask you. Do you think that she's playing the strongest game out of all the girls? Like, who do you think is the strongest girl? And I want to ask all of you guys. So think about it and tell me why too.
The strongest girl, I think Angela's the strongest female right now, because I think she can win the competitions. She's not playing emotionally. She's playing the game. Versus Haleigh, who's playing a little emotionally, just way naive, kind of stuck in this showmance with Fessy. At least Angela has other players that are kind of working with her, and I'll be talking about this all on Pop TV tomorrow night too.
Yes,
Oh,
please
yes.
check out Pop TV tomorrow at midnight.
Midnight.
When
But,
Rachel hosts. Just tell them what you're hosting.
So I'm hosting Big Brother After Dark. We're doing like this first live After Dark thing, and it's gonna be really fun. So what I'm gonna be doing is talking you through the night. So we're gonna talk about like what's going on. Are people like playing games? Are they doing whatever they're doing? So it's gonna be really fun.
That's
Yeah, that
awesome.
sounds
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, and it's all live, so it's all. We're gonna talk like if someone's making out in the chair, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna call them out. Hopefully, Angela and Tyler will give us some action.
I want to see. I
Yeah.
like them. I kind of like them
too.
together.
I kind of like them.
Like,
Okay,
they're the
now
showmans
this isn't
we
The
wanted.
Bachelor. So Jessica, who do you think is the strongest woman in the house, and why?
I hate to say it, but I do agree. Angela. I mean,
Why do you hate to say it?
Because, I don't know. I didn't enjoy her personality. I didn't enjoy that she was a piece of furniture up until a couple of weeks ago. But she used it to her advantage. So now I felt like when she finally woke up and was ready to play, she's playing. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that so much. So I give her credit for that. I thought Haleigh was strong just because she was kind of low-key, but a good competitor. However, these emotions and her just not learning or reading the game properly is annoying. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, Angela's good. She's solid. She has a chill personality, and I enjoy some of the shade.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I agree with them. I think Angela is definitely up there. But do I think Angela would win at the end? No, I don't. I think she is the strongest female in there, but I don't think socially she's done as much as she should have. Especially with the goodbye messages. She thinks she really shot herself in the foot with that one.
Yeah.
So I think if it was versus like her or Casey at the end, I think Casey might, I don't think she's done as much, but I think she might take it just for the fact that if the jury is bitter, I don't think that they would vote for Angela.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm totally on board that the bad goodbye messages, those were not smart. But I gave bad goodbye messages every single week. And
Savage.
I won. I literally told Kalia, I said something about Kalia, and like I told Shelly I didn't want her ring and nothing to do with her. Please don't vote for me. And like, you know, people like
But
the
you're a
jury
good
is different.
competitor.
Yeah.
But I
you were a good
wonder, like,
competitor.
I'm looking at, like, okay, so Rockstar, Bailey. I think Scotty would appreciate, like, the messages and all that, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if Bailey and Rockstar will.
Right.
They seem like they might be, like, the petty police, so.
It's a different, it's just weird.
Which
And
is always frustrating.
It's a different
Right.
game.
it is a different game, but what I think is interesting about this year is that you've seen from other years past, even as boring as last year was, I always felt like there was like Paul was like there. He always was circling like the people that he didn't want, and like with Tyler and Haleigh, I thought there was going to be this kind of big, because I think that Haleigh was playing a really strong game but I can also make a case for Angela.
Yeah.
I just think that she was playing a strong game, and for some reason I just don't feel like there's that like real true animosity this season, and maybe that's a good thing. But it's just like it was like you really didn't, like, you knew that like Paul was gunning for you, or you knew that like whoever was, or basically him for the last two seasons
Yeah.
almost, have been. And it's a little interesting. And now I guess it's more unpredictable now, because you're like,
Yeah.
what are they going to do if Tyler wins HOH, which he talked about not doing this week, but like if he did, is he going to target Fess and Haleigh? Like, I don't know.
That's the safest thing.
It's the safest thing, yeah. But I mean, it's still like, I have a question about it. I want to talk about JC. Jessica, what do you think of JC being like thinking that he's the puppet master, or do you think he's really the strong player that he claims to be in the diary room?
So for weeks, I did not think so, because I was like, oh, he's such a joke. But I have to give credit to him this past week.
I love JC!
Yeah, he literally did the thing. Like, Fessy is a moron, like Zingbot said, and showed it so clearly. And I just don't understand how he gained so many people's trust, and even all the shady stuff that he's been doing this season that we've spoken about. People just love him. He's just so cute and still there, and he's riding underneath the radar. He hasn't won anything, but I don't know. He's doing it. He's doing
Rachel,
it.
what do you think of JC?
Same. I think that he, in the beginning of this season, was just playing the friend card, and that has benefited him to this part of the season, and now he's kind of getting in there and being more strategic. And because he's friends with everyone and everyone trusts him, that he's been able to get under their skin and kind of make them do what he wants them to do, or what he thinks is going to help his game. And I would be shocked if we don't see JC in the end. Because, I mean, when it comes down to it, like Tyler, if he was going to make it that far, he's going to need Casey and Angela and JC.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be, I mean, I think if the girls stick together versus the guys, like, we'll maybe see what's going to happen at the end. It's going to be interesting.
Well, what would you say, like, if you could, I guess let's use JC, like, if you could talk to him, if you could counsel him, what would you tell him that, like, what would you say? Or it doesn't have to be JC. See, I told you I was going to put you on the spot. I'm doing it the whole hour.
I just just don't even know what you would say to JC, like, and he would just listen.
Yeah, he'd be like, whatever.
Just fine with you.
Exactly.
Or like anyone that you think you feel, even Angela or someone that you feel like, who do you think needs the most like advice at this moment? Probably like Haleigh or Fessy.
Haleigh
Not
or Fessy.
Fessy. Don't.
Well, I think Sam needs advice.
She needs a lot more than advice.
Oh my God.
She's a Xanax.
Well, let's discuss that. So Sam, Sam was.
She's just, I think she's just not meant for this game. There's some people who just flat out are not, and I think.
But look at you. You would say that you weren't like a huge fan. You didn't watch the show
but
beforehand.
I also kind of knew what I was getting into, whereas she did not. She just.
No, but I'm giving you a compliment. Sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't want to misconstrue that. Like you got in there and you picked it up. You knew.
Right. So I was relatively clueless, but picked it up. Whereas I think, but she didn't see an episode at all. So I at least knew the mind games you were getting into and kind of what I expected. She knows nothing. Like you look at the Veto comp and how upset she was that the house got destroyed.
Yeah,
like,
that's what she cares about.
She's really just not mentally like.
She doesn't get it.
She doesn't understand it, and so it's really hard for her. And also. I mean, Twitter was really going off. Should Zingbot have said the crazy comment? Because apparently she got very upset about that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, here, read what Zingbot said. We have the best zings of the night that we're going to read in a second, but go ahead and read Sam's.
Sam's was, Sam, you love to tell everyone how real you are. You are real. Real effing crazy.
That was priceless.
They all ran away. They didn't
so
make
true.
it better.
No,
it was so good.
They hid.
But damn, I thought that was going to push her over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because she threatened to leave already, and then she's been having problems with trust issues with the people, and she wants Brett to fall in love with her. Like, I heard that she told Brett she wants him to be her house husband, and wants to cuddle with, and he is like the opposite of interest. And so, I mean, like, I think she's advanced on all these boys, and then, like, none have, like, accepted those. Yeah, none of them are receptive. And so I think for her, she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, everyone's having showmances. I can't do it. Everyone has best friends. I don't know who's my best friend. Everyone's, like, talking. I don't know who to talk to. And, like, nobody gets her. But, I mean, like, I think she doesn't get how to, like, kind of, chameleon it where she can just fit in or change a little bit. She's just, like, who she is, and she doesn't know. I think she doesn't understand how people are.
But is this a situation where they should vote her out, or I mean, is it like a?
Or it's like, do you drag her to the end?
Do you drag her on? I mean, this is a conundrum.
She's always a target. So like they said, like, oh, well, they'll probably just go after Sam. But I think if she did that whole, I'm just kind of new and I don't know anything, if she played that the whole time, then she would have a greater chance to stay. But then those weird moments when she's in power and she's like, oh, well, just throw the game to me. And she does these weird game moves that doesn't make sense. And she looks crazy. And she attacks people for their character and for lying as if she doesn't know how the game is played. So, yeah, I don't think that she's going to last that long, but what she's doing is working for her. Yeah. But she is crazy.
Well, I think it's only working because I think everyone's just like, she's crazy.
Yeah,
like, for real.
But I think at this point, they're like tired of living with her, so they're like, like it could have worked for her advantage to like do that and get to the end, but now it's just like, okay, she's crazy, we gotta get her out of here. So
she'll be on their hit list, but it's just like a matter of time. She's like the person you hold on to when you're just like, all right, I gotta get rid of them. Like, when do we do it? But like, okay, all right, this is the week.
Right.
You know?
I'm
like biding your time.
I'm curious to know who all would you consider the floaters?
Oh my god.
Oh wait,
mean, like,
that's the game.
Is it really?
That's the game.
God,
You're spoiling the whole show.
Sorry.
well, hold
You
on.
can do the game.
That was a tease.
You can do the game.
Stay tuned a little bit later.
Let's move on. Let's move on to Zingbot really quickly. I think we have a video of this. I think we have a video of Zingbot. But while they're pulling that up, some of these were like, I kind of felt like they got off on like.
I liked a couple, but I was very disappointed by some.
I think if you go to like 150 something.
What's this?
It should be on there. 152 maybe.
Oh, that's from season 13. That was a good one.
I like what you say right now.
Oh, hell no. Don't be talking about my fiance, because no Zingbot gets between me and my man.
So good.
Rachel, what was your other zing? Did you have a zing from 12?
No, I wasn't around. I had just gotten voted out. But Brendan got zinged about me. He said there's more silicone in him than in, there's more silicone in your girlfriend's boobs than in me or something. It was, it was a really good one, and Brendan died.
Why don't you read some of the other ones that were said?
Yes.
So we had, I don't know. I felt like they were pretty
I feel like they were tame, yeah. They could have done a lot more.
So, to Angela, people say robots are heartless, emotionless, and soulless. Did I say robots? I meant to say Angela.
I would have taken that as a compliment and be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, like I'm playing the game.
Emotionless? Soulless? No soul?
At least she's
But
like...
she did. She was like, oh, you said it. Let's see. Brett, you always seem so fresh and clean, which makes sense because you are a giant douche.
That one was
That
fun.
was good.
That was
was
good.
good.
Like, can they say that?
I know.
It's CBS.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And then Casey, you have all the Big Brother viewers shouting, "Let's go" to another channel.
That was lame. So lame.
But that's true.
Unless they're calling her boring.
She's so boring. She doesn't do anything. And
And,
a
like,
floater.
She
and
is so
like,
boring, yeah.
Wait, can we
Casey.
talk about Tyler? I didn't get Tyler's because, like, he
Yeah,
doesn't
I didn't
really
think he was
have,
that greasy.
like, I didn't get it. Maybe
I
he's
saw
a little crusty.
Because his hair just be like, "Nyeh," or like all over the place. It looks like it maybe needs a wash. And then that was sad though, going after his zits.
Yeah, but
people
that's
can't control their
I
acne.
didn't
Like,
think
I
he
was
has that acne. I don't think he has
And I
that bad
think
of
crusty.
acne.
I think maybe because he was super tanned is how I took that more so. Like
Okay, I can see
sunburned.
that. I didn't think that through. I was just like,
I was really confused too.
Very
I
interesting.
was confused.
Okay, so Rachel, a lot of people online, on the internet, on the World Wide Web, want to know who would you, out of all the house guests, would you align with if you were in the house right now, and why?
It's a good question.
And I want to add to that, who would you target? So that makes it any better or easier.
Can I target all of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Of course you can.
Okay. I think that I would want to align with maybe Haleigh and Angela, and I would have totally aligned with Caitlin because she's so crazy. And I love her so much, and I would want to keep her in the house and be my best friend and read my aura every day.
Interesting.
That's good. Yeah.
She
That's
seems
very good.
fun. And then I think I would have aligned with. I loved Bailey. I mean, she was great.
Yeah.
She was great. And then, but then if her and Swaggy were still together, you know, I don't know if I would have wanted them together. I mean, it was best for her game.
That he left.
And I don't want to go jump ahead of the show, but she better win this battle back.
Oh my
Yes,
god. My
yeah.
thing is,
She will
I
come
can't
back
see
with
anyone
vengeance.
else winning that. Like, I just feel
No.
like she
I
has
mean,
the
like-
fire
Me
under her
neither.
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what? Nobody could see Caitlyn not putting together a puzzle.
That's true. Watch it be Rockstar who
Girl.
wins
Yeah,
the
I know.
battle.
Yes.
That would be so awful.
I mean,
but you know, you
that
guys,
moment
they've
was so
done a really good job. Production's gonna do a good job of like keeping it like shrouded in secrecy. I mean,
Yeah.
Julie never
Yeah.
said anything. Usually she's like, "Well, you might have a chance to get by," and they were doing a really good job.
Yeah. I'm
Speaking of
excited.
Julie, it's now time for Chen Chatter, the segment where we discuss things host Julie Chen has said in the press and her take on big. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, let me start over. The things that Julie Chen has said in the press and her take on Big Brother gameplay and production. So Entertainment Weekly asked Julie, beyond the quick weekly updates, have you ever all talked about putting cameras in the jury house as well as some of the live feeds of some sort of weekly CBS All Access show? And she said, I've often suggested and wondered what it would be like to run a secondary show running parallel to the remaining weeks of Big Brother on CBS All Access showing the jury house. I think it was too costly. Hey, maybe one day, expect the unexpected. So Rachel, I just have to ask, being in the jury house, do you think an entire show could take place there?
Absolutely. And Brendan and I would have been a whole Be Bad episode of
Okay,
Big
so what
Brother
were-
After Dark.
So what was the craziest thing that happened in the jury house when you were there?
Was there like a
And
bunch
it was
of...
X-rated.
All right.
I
Well,
will
I guess
say-
we can't speak about it.
I'll say the craziest thing. This is the story. So Brittany and I were friends now, but Brittany hated my guts. Like, it was bad. And Reagan hated me. So Brendan and I were, honeymoon coupling, like love stages, sharing the bed, sharing the shower.
And this is your first season, so you just met each other.
We just met each other. I mean, like, we're like honeymooners, right?
All right.
And this because you have nothing else to do because you're like locked in the jury house. You can't even you have nothing, access to nothing. It's just like Big Brother. And so one day Brendan and I were being honeymooners, and we hear like a knock on the door, and like they tattletaled on us. Yes, they said it was making the whole house uncomfortable, and so they were like, if you guys don't stop, you're gonna have separate rooms on the separate wings of that. They weren't even gonna let us like sleep in the same room, like keeping us separate. And I was like, no, this is not okay. Yeah,
They are haters.
that was such haters.
They're probably just mad because like they had they didn't have a man in there.
Sure, just like hating on our love, but like
Hating on our love.
hating on it. I mean, there's like some good stuff that goes down in jury.
Oh, I would love to see it.
Would you want that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I want to see. Can you let's just envision a camera on Bailey and Rockstar and Rockstar having to tell her what happened with the veto. Like I would pay money to see Bailey's reaction to that, which hopefully we see.
But you know what? I do think going from that house, you need that decompression period, and you do get it in jury, because even if you're just like, okay, just leave me alone, like I don't want to talk to anyone, I want to sit, like Kathy in my season 12, she just like went to the room, just retired to the room, hung out in the room, like would only come out for food, and then like I think that was just what she needed, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, that would be boring to watch, right?
Right.
And then also, I mean, if we had cameras in jury, people would go crazy, because they're trying to make some drama, they're trying to be like the Real Housewives of Big Brother up in there or something. Like it would be, they would like be acting up for camera, I think, and it wouldn't be as, there's no game, so it's just nasty.
That's true.
What do you think, Jessica?
Yeah, I think I would love to see it. I mean, especially kind of what Rachel is saying, if there's people that are entertaining, like when Davon had went.
Right.
Elena, like, these people are funny. They have funny commentary, so I would love to see more of their reaction to the game. But yeah, I mean, what else would you see? I mean, unless they can incorporate somehow that the house and jury has impact on the Real House.
Yeah. That
Like
would be
secret
interesting.
voting or
Ooh,
that would be really
That
good.
is interesting.
That's
That's Come, producers, Allison Grodner, watch this.
good.
That'd be very
But you know what
interesting.
else? They won't let us talk about the game in jury.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like, no game talk, and
To
like
anybody?
to everyone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So how
they're
do you switch, like, compare stories and see what really went down?
Well, like that's on camera. So they film us, doing that on camera. So like we get that, you get the actions and the reactions on camera whenever someone comes in the jury house. They're like, "Oh my, you won't believe what happened!" And so like we all sit down and talk about it, and they film it for like 2 hours. But then after the 2-hour talk, like they're like, "Okay, guys, no game talk till next Friday." Yeah.
We are getting the scoop. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Wow.
I guess that makes sense.
All right, so real quickly before we go, Rachel, since you are the keeper of the floater life vests, I thought we'd play a little game called Sink or Swim.
Ooh,
I wish we had like a anything. Okay, so here's how it goes. I'm gonna name a remaining house guest, and you just have to tell me if you think they're a floater, and if not, you have to tell me why in one word or limited words. Okay. Let's start with Angela.
Oh, no. She's a sinker. Wait, what's the difference? Do I have to say sink or swim? I don't know.
No, you don't have to say. You don't have to say sink or swim. You just have to tell me why you think. Why would you say Angela? Like, what's the most significant thing that she's done to make you think that she's not a floater?
She's definitely gone after people. She's very obvious about who she doesn't like, and she wins competitions to prove her alliance to her members.
Okay, great. That's a great answer. Okay, Brett.
Actually, he's kind of a floater. He's like playing in the middle of the house, and I guess what Robin invented the term butterfly. So we can call Brett a butterfly. We don't hate him. We don't hate his life. He's playing a whatever game, but like
I see that.
he's kind of in the middle, and he's playing both sides.
Okay, Fessy.
Well, he's definitely not a floater, because he's like for sure Falte till ride or die. He's just Zingbot said, a moron.
All right, Tyler.
Tyler's not a floater, but he's the reason he can be considered a butterfly, playing everyone, but it's a game move. So he's very clear about he's doing this for game. He's very clear that like this is his thing. So he's not a floater. He's playing the game. He just has a different game than like my out in front of people game.
Right. Okay, Haleigh.
Oh, she's definitely not a floater either, because she's has her alliance. She's very obvious that this is an alliance. She wins competitions for her alliance. She makes moves. she might not be making the best moves.
All right.
But,
Okay, Casey.
oh man, she's such a floater. I'm sorry. I get it. Like, so some people, like, yeah, are like, okay, you know, she's on this one alliance. She's totally level 6. But, like, let's all be real. Like, she went right up to Fessy and Haleigh when they were both HOH and was like, I'm best friends with you guys. Like, don't put me on the block. And, like, you know, and if she had to be on the block, it was, just as a pawn, I'm going to cry. But she's totally a floater, and she's not playing the butterfly game. She's just playing the, like, I'm friends with everyone in the house. I'm not going to win competitions. But she's not telling us she's not going to win. She just can't win. And, like, she's having a kumbaya camp Big Brother vacation. And, like, it's annoying.
All right, JC.
Oh, JC. Well, see, I think JC is kind of like Brett. Like, he's kind of a floater. I mean, he kind of is, but he's kind of doing it for game, and he's manipulating the moves to where he needs them to go. So you can't really call him, like, a floater, right? Like, I'm not going to yell at him for grabbing a life vest in the backyard, but I think he definitely is playing a game that, like, it's not up in front of people's face, and he's playing the game.
Nice. All right, Sam.
God, she's like, I mean, she's like worse than a
needs a whole new
floater. Is that,
category.
yeah, is there a thing
She's
we
like
can
in the
do?
car,
Yeah. Like,
She's in this.
furniture.
She's like, what's it? What is
She's
gravity?
an
Like
anchor.
gravity.
She's
Yeah,
an anchor.
exactly. Ugh.
Just
Thanks.
Like, I don't even know with Sam, but
All right, and just for fun, Scotty.
I think he was kind of a floater too, because you know why? He went right over to level 6 when he needed to. He went right over to Falte when he needed to. And it didn't matter. He had no true alliance to anyone. Okay, he voted with them. Like, you're a floater. Votes don't count.
Well,
True.
that is Rachel Reilly. Thank you for playing
There
Sing
it
or
is.
Swim. All right, real quick, let's get into predictions.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, so battle back. Who's gonna win?
Bailey.
I think Bailey.
so.
I hope it's Bailey.
Yeah.
I think it will. I think she's kind of the biggest comp beast. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Scotty has a chance, but I feel like Bailey's been like simmering in that house and probably has like the most fire to get back. So I think Bailey. As for, I mean, I don't know what'll happen next week, but I want JC to win HOH because I want to see him in power for once because we
That would
haven't.
be great, yeah.
That would be.
I would love for this week then. So JC, let's say JC wins, Sam goes home, and Bailey comes back.
Ooh.
Oh,
Can we make that happen?
We're manifesting
Oh
it.
my God! Yeah, where's get Caitlin's third eye on it?
premonition.
Yeah,
Who do
Caitlin's
you
third
think that he
eye.
would target? JC, Sam, and who?
I mean, he for sure would target Sam, and he would probably put Casey on the block because he'd be
Yeah.
like, Casey, you're just a pawn.
And like no blood because
Yeah.
you've already been up before.
Exactly.
Gosh,
I like
that
that.
would be a
If
beautiful
this happens,
television.
Rachel,
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
we're
We're going to Vegas.
Yeah, we're going to Vegas. All right, you guys, that's it for us. I went by way too fast. It's really terrible. Follow along with us throughout the week on Twitter. We're monitoring your tweets and comments. Let us know through hashtag BuzzBB. We will see you back here next Thursday at 8 p.m. We want to thank you, Rachel, so much for coming.
good.
You can see Rachel tomorrow night, Big Brother After Dark on Pop TV at midnight. Go watch. All right, Morgan, take it away.
Thanks for watching, guys. Morgan Willett. Follow me on Twitter at Morgan_Willett. If you want to follow me on Instagram, like my photos, it's at Morgan Lee Willett.
Oh, tell about the sister stuff.
Oh, and me and Alex have a blog together. It's very cute. Just fun sister things. Go follow that. Self-promotion.
It's so
Awesome,
cute.
awesome. Yes, and I'm Jessica Williams. You can find me on Twitter at Miss Jessica WW and on Instagram at Miss Jessica Williams.
And I'm at Rachel Reilly Villegas on IG on the gram and at Rachel Reilly on Twitter. And yes, please come watch Pop TV tomorrow at midnight. It's going to be epic. We're going to talk Big Brother After Dark live. What's going on? I'm going to talk you through it. If you guys are having a conniption, like call me because we will be doing this together. It's going to be amazing.
And I am Bryce McLeay. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bryce Advice from outside the Big Brother house and inside AfterBuzz TV studios. Good night.
Bye. Is conniption a thing? Is
think
that a
so.
word?
Conniption?
Conniption.
It's the same.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Sam and JC, maybe?
Buzz.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.